world's a stage and the people are merely players. Hey, it's your friend Mo, and in New York City, thousands of people arrive every day with the goal of becoming a Broadway star. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a New York actor? Meet Jerome Brooks, a bright and vibrant actor/composer. His story begins with his arrival to NYC in 2004.
I took a train for 20 hours.
20 hours.
With a keyboard, 5 bags. From Florence, South Carolina.
Unlike the majority of Broadway hopefuls, Jerome's dream began to come true within his first 2 months in the city.
I had a casting call online, and they called me in to do something called MTV Up Front. That's where they promote new TV shows. And on this day, I met Sherman Hemsley, I met Ozzy Osbourne, Elton John, Kid Rock, and they had me stand in for Ozzy Osbourne at the rehearsal. They had me read his lines and go on stage with Felicia Rashad. So I actually thought that this was perfect. My second day in New York, I was on MTV. Within 2 months, recording contract. You know, I was hot stuff.
Things quickly changed and Jerome learned how to adapt.
First, I heard about backstage and show business, and everything that came up, I went and auditioned for. And they were like, hey, we want to move you. And I thought I was going to be famous that quick. And I learned that it doesn't come that quick. It takes time. And unfortunately, it took me a long time to realize that.
Discovering auditions and several odd jobs around the city.
I did promotional modeling. That's where you pass out flyers on the streets. And it was dynamite because I learned now to pay attention to those people that hand you flyers on the street. People treat us like we were homeless.
After about a year of hustling and networking, Jerome began getting work through agencies for commercials, movie extras, and print modeling. Still managing to survive, he was beginning to grow weary of the everyday grind of auditioning.
They have a routine that they have to follow, equity, and that's what all the Broadway shows are. They have to have like 6 months callbacks. Every 6 months they have to have auditions and callbacks to keep people on roster. People are going to be employed for at least 6 months on a show, but they're not going to fire somebody. They're going to wait until their contract expires, and they're not going to put themselves in a position where they need people immediately. So it's not like anybody's going to get in a show immediately unless you're famous, especially those shows like Raisin in the Sun. I mean, we got called back for it, but it sucked because we waited for like 12 hours, and then, you know, P. Diddy gets in it, and Sanaa Lathan and Audra McDonald, and you're like, did we really have a chance?
A chance was all Jerome really wanted, and because of this, he made a decision to follow another path.
At auditions, everybody was needing to go over music, and I played piano, and so they would say, well, hey, for my next audition, can I pay you to go over my music with me? And I started making my money and arranging songs for their auditions and writing sheet music, and I realized I have a talent for being behind the scenes. Even though I prefer to be above the scenes, my money was coming from being behind the scenes.
Now, 5 years into his NYC stint, Jerome has written and produced his own music CD, as well as his stage show entitled Who Am I?
It's a musical about the 2000s and beyond and what's going on in the artist scene, what we're going through to make it, to sustain. So this musical touches on everything. It wraps it all up because it ultimately tells the story of my life.
Oh, how the tables have turned for Jerome.
I think in New York it's about making your own business. You know, it's about you having something that you can call your own, so that somebody can't say, hey, the show's over, you're fired, or your contract is ended. You can say, hey, I'm the boss, this is my show, this is my company, this is my theater, it's my production, and it's going to benefit me in the long run.
The moral of this survivor story: be versatile as an artist and be prepared. This is your survivor specialist, Mo, and you're watching Moe TV.
I'm having a lot of, what you call those things? Those wind fires, what do you call them? I saw it on the news yesterday.
won't touch you.
I'm serious. You know when the fires start in the trees and they blow all across the soccer.
Again, okay? Just speak a little louder and just stay with me.